I have an order to sell the 46 high. Um, Really strong breakout, 44, 45, 46. Probably going to get a second leg down, but a little bit too far from the moving average on a day that has a lot of trading range character. Rally on the open for 25 bars. So there was some buying pressure early. So this could be just a large trading range day. If we bounce strongly here, we could end up just with a wedge bull flag and or a trending trading range day. So I don't want to be selling too low, but I do think we're going to get a second leg down from this. We just may need to get closer to the moving average first. So um, ideally get filled at the 46 high. Otherwise, if we just form a low 2 here over the next 7 to 8 bars, then I'll look for a sell, stop entry sell. Just got filled there at the 46 high. We tested the March 10th high, which is the high of this wedge, and we went up in 2 legs. So expected that there'd be sellers up there. So we may come down and test this trend line. After a tight channel like this is probably a minor reversal. So probably need a higher low or lower low major trend reversal before this reverses, or a strong breakout with follow through. So 48 looking pretty strong, but not enough to erase all of this. Well, at least not yet. If this grows a lot bigger, or we start to get consecutive bull bars, then I'll have to look to exit. But as of right now, I don't think 48 is enough. If it closes like this, we'll probably get a second leg up from it. So if it closes around here, I might look to exit at the 47 high and look to sell again higher on a second leg up. But this kind of situation is pretty common. Pretty similar example here. Let's move this so I can see it. So rally on the open, tight channel on the pullback, so endless pullback, and then gets the bear breakout. Here we got up to the high of the bear bar, didn't close on the high. Ended up having to go sideways here first before getting a larger second leg down. With 3 bull bars here, so expected probably some buyers below and more sideways. Similar situation here. So depending on how 48 closes, we may have to go more sideways here before getting a larger second leg down. So far looking decent for the bears, getting a big tail on 48. It's still a strong enough distance travel that I think we'll probably need at least a small second leg up. I'll have to see how 48 closes. So closed above the midpoint. I want to see how 49 acts here. I wanted to see if we would just crash through that 47 high, but started finding buyers there. So I'm going to look to exit if we test back down. So when we started to find buyers there at the 47 high, I put my order to get filled at the test because 48 closed above its midpoint. I thought there'd be buyers there at the 47 high, but I wanted to see evidence of it first, which would increase the likelihood of a second leg up from 48. So it's a little bit, it may be a little bit too cute, and that's something I've been working on is I do this, but then I miss the full trade. I miss the full second leg. So I need to make sure that I get back in. So I'm trying to hold myself accountable that sellers above 48, if that second leg starts to fail, I have to get back in. So I want to make sure I don't miss this second leg. But in many cases, when the second leg up like this is so strong, there are usually buyers there for a small bounce, and then we get the larger second leg. But there are also cases where we bounce at the 47 high and then don't come back down and just start an endless pullback. So that's why I like to exit at the 47 high and then see that second leg fail and then get back in. But then obviously I miss some trades that way because I don't get back in when I need to. So that's what I'm working on now. So I'm not sure how much I made there. I think 39.0275 to 38.98, 4 points, 5 points. So I'd like to see one more push up to the 48 high to sell again. So this is a good example up here. 2 legs down, but strong breakout 28. And then we got 29, but because of the surprise bar 28, we needed a second leg down. So for bulls who are long, they exit on 29 and look to buy lower. But if no buy presents itself lower, then bulls are able to exit up here instead of holding long, waiting for another leg up. So similar situation here. 48 strong, bears can exit here, expecting a second leg up, and then if the second leg up fails, they can get back in. So there's that test up, second leg from 48. So looking to sell again here. I want to see how 50 closes. If it closes up here, all the way up here above the moving average, then definitely not taking it. But if it closes somewhere around the 48 high, I'll look to sell the close. So stalling at the 48 high, I'm going to look to exit. Sorry, I'm going to look to enter here. Only about 20 seconds left in the bar, so assuming it's going to close somewhere around here. So short there around the close of bar 50. So it closed above 48, but I think it's still the second leg up from 48. So unless we get strong follow through, I think the edge is still for the bears. But either way, at this point, even if I do end up losing this trade, I'm pretty much short at a better price than I was initially, and I was able to make 5 points on the first bounce. So if this is going to be a failed trade, it would have been a failed trade either way. But I got a better price and made 5 points on the first push down. So I'm okay with this. Stops above 43. Best case for the bears is that 51 closes on its low. I think we had a pretty similar day. So this is like a macro version of today. Tight, strong rally, tight channel down, staying below the moving average, and then big collapse. So here we had a strong breakout 11, surprise bar. So probably second leg up, got the second leg up 14. Bears sold the close, sold at the moving average, and then got a bear bar closing on its low. So that's what I'm looking for today. Really good bar for the bears. May still be a breakout pullback, so may have to pull back to a lower high, but a really good bar for the bears so far. So 1R for me from the second entry is right around the 46 low. So that's 1R right there. There's the pullback. I think reasonable to expect that because of the micro channel. So it probably needed a breakout pullback for a lower high. As long as it doesn't erase all of 51, bears still have the edge. So bulls who bought 52 for a truncated wedge, 53 is disappointing. We gapped down on 54, so a sign that a lot of bulls exited and a lot of bears sold the close. So that's a good sign for at least a small second leg down from 51. And that could also be the start of a larger second leg down from 44, 45, 46. So it's looking pretty good right now. So tested down, got a couple ticks from my order, reversed up. We got the minimum objective from 51, second leg down from 51. Might be forming a trading range here for a bit. So I'm going to cut the trade on the close of 54. So I just exited there. So we had the second leg down from this, and it was possibly forming a trading range here. And I didn't want to hold short after a failed second leg at the bottom of a trading range. So that was my reasoning for exiting on the 54 close. Clearly didn't have to do that, but that was the thought process there. So exited with, I think around 11 points on that one, and then 5 points on the one before it. I'm going to call it there. I took one more trade above 60. I sold the 69 high. I knew there was a risk that it was a wedge bull flag. I think I mentioned it up here, that there was a possibility that today would just become a large wedge bull flag. And usually my rule is that if it's on the third leg, if the breakout's on the third leg, and it could be a wedge, then I'm going to exit break even if we get a surprise bar up. And we got a surprise bar 70, so I exited break even at the 69 high. I think I lost 1 point. So had I not been filled at the 69 high, I would have exited above 72. But just because of the risk of this being a wedge bull flag and the third push down, I didn't want to give it any room. When it closed above 69, I decided to just get out break even. So finishing the day up $70. Pretty good couple days to start off. So yeah, I'm just going to try to keep picking my spots and keep it going. So I hope you all have a good trading day, and I'll catch you all tomorrow.